that brings more recognition, I'll deal with being on.
Right.
Mark, what about for you, year two, and just the difference of being acclimated to a university and a program?
Yeah, I've answered this one a lot. It's, you know, just I know what I'm getting into. Didn't really know what I was getting into last year. I've taken over programs before, so that part was the easy part. The way you handle the players and all that kind of stuff, but just didn't really know what I was getting into. I had some new members on my staff, and now we're on the same page, which is great. So I felt comfortable last year, to be quite honest with you. I guess I just know what I'm getting into, so that makes it easier this year. I don't know if it makes it easier, but I know what lies ahead.
Joe.
Guys, Jay, if we could go right down the line from Jay Billis on. Your thoughts on the state of college basketball in this area? It seems to be very prominent in the Baltimore-Washington area, as opposed maybe to college football per se.
Well, this is a basketball area, and I think we sometimes make the mistake of trying to compare sports. That we live in a country that values football at a really high level, and that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But when football plays basically once a week, and basketball is a different game, and I think it happens to be the best game, all due respect to the others. The other games, football has a committee meeting after each play, and basketball you got to play offense and defense continuously. There's no break in between, and it's the ultimate team game. But this is an area where it's a hot area for talent, and always has been, because the game is valued. It's still played on the playground here, and that's not true everywhere in the country. And so you got tough, hard-nosed competitors, and there's a pretty good reason here to stick around and play local, because they're great coaches and great places to play.
I think that's an important point that Jay makes about the area of the country we're in. I know this is ACC country, and the ACC is obviously one of the best basketball conferences in the country, but one of the things I always value about the Big East is that, as Jay is saying, usually and I think it's this way in Baltimore, I think it's in D.C., Philly, Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Boston, in the Northeast corridor, the best athletes usually play basketball. Anywhere else in our country, besides major cities, the best athletes play football. And in these areas, especially Baltimore, D.C. area, when the high school basketball season ends, these kids are playing AAU basketball the next day. There's no basketball season, in season, out of season. It's all year round. And that's what I always think is going to keep the Big East strong. That it's the Northeast corridor is basketball country, and it's fun to be a part of it and coach in this area and be a part of this.